Introduction to the brokerage function. In the previous chapters, you examined how agency relationships are created, how listing agreements operate, and how legal obligations guide real estate professionals in representing clients. Chapter 13 now shifts your understanding from the individual agent's role to the broader function and structure of the real estate brokerage itself. Real estate brokerage is not simply an office where agents gather. It is an organized business model designed to create, manage, and complete real estate transactions. Brokers operate within a formal legal framework, coordinate multiple parties, supervise agents, and manage risk while maintaining a professional service environment. This section introduces the core activities of the brokerage business and the organizational models that allow brokerages of different sizes and specialties to compete in the marketplace. The core activity of brokerage, affecting a transaction. The central purpose of real estate brokerage is to bring two parties together for the successful completion of a real estate transaction. The broker acts as an intermediary, responsible for procuring a buyer, seller, tenant, or landlord, and facilitating the terms of the deal. When successful, the broker is compensated, typically through a negotiated percentage of the sales price, or a fee outlined in a listing or buyer-broker agreement. For example, if a seller lists a home at $600,000 and the agreed commission rate is 6%, the listing broker will earn $36,000 upon successful closing. This compensation reflects not only the marketing and negotiation involved, but also the broker's liability, time investment, and management of the transaction. Every task performed by a brokerage, whether marketing, showing properties, generating leads, coordinating inspections, or assisting with loan processes, ultimately supports this core objective: closing a successful transaction. Broker cooperation and co-brokerage. Most real estate transactions involve more than one brokerage. Broker cooperation occurs when two different brokers work together to complete a sale or lease. The most common example is co-brokerage, where the listing broker shares their commission with a cooperating broker who procures the buyer. The commission split is often 50-50, but may vary depending on the MLS compensation instructions or negotiated terms. Cooperation ensures that listings reach a larger buyer pool, which benefits the seller, increases market exposure, and promotes ethical collaboration. For example, if a listing broker offers 2.5% co-broker compensation in the MLS, any licensed broker who brings a qualified buyer can earn that portion at closing. Broker cooperation is one of the principles that allows the U.S. real estate system to operate efficiently for both consumers and professionals. Multiple Listing Services, MLS. The Multiple Listing Service, MLS, is one of the most powerful tools in modern brokerage. An MLS is a network of cooperating brokers who agree to share listing information and cooperate in the sale of real estate. When a broker submits a new exclusive listing into the MLS, thousands of member agents instantly gain access to property data, showing instructions, listing terms, and compensation information. This creates a marketplace where properties are exposed to the widest possible audience, increasing demand, shortening market time, and ensuring competitive pricing. For example, a listing in Gilbert, Arizona may immediately syndicate to Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, and hundreds of IDX partner sites, allowing national exposure. MLS membership also ensures legal clarity regarding agency roles, commissions, disclosures, and the fiduciary duties owed to clients. Critical brokerage skills. 4 professional skills guide brokerage success. Obtaining a client listing. The brokerage must secure seller or buyer representation agreements to generate business. Marketing a listing. This includes pricing strategy, staging, photography, advertising, online presence, signage, open houses, and networking. Facilitating the closing. Brokers guide clients through inspections, negotiations, appraisals, financing, escrow, and final closing steps, Managing market information. Brokers must understand local trends, inventory levels, pricing movements, economic indicators, and neighborhood data. For example, a broker working in Chandler must know how many homes are actively listed, average days on market, price per square foot ranges, and absorption rates. This knowledge enables effective pricing strategies and confident client advising. Types of transactions and property specialization. While brokers are legally authorized to work with any type of property, most specialize. A broker in Arizona may focus primarily on residential resale, luxury homes, vacation rentals, commercial leasing, industrial properties, agricultural land, or business brokerage. For example, one brokerage may work exclusively with medical office buildings, while another focuses on residential first-time buyers. Specialization increases efficiency, builds reputation, and allows brokers to become experts within a niche. Brokerage versus trading for one's own account. Understanding the difference between brokerage and personal real estate activity is crucial. Brokerage occurs when someone represents another party in exchange for compensation and therefore requires a real estate license. However, buying or selling real estate for one's own purposes, known as trading for one's own account, does not require a license. For example, a property owner flipping homes for personal profit does not need a real estate license unless they represent others or advertise brokerage services. Brokerage versus advisory services. Some services related to real estate do not directly involve effecting a transaction. These advisory activities include providing value estimates, performing market analysis, managing property. Although these services are not transactional brokerage, real estate consultants must still hold a real estate license in most states because they influence consumer decisions and involve professional real estate expertise. Who may legally broker real estate? State law determines who is legally allowed to provide brokerage services. Requirements typically include minimum age, pre-licensing education, broker-level experience, passing a state exam, background checks, and disclosure. A person without a license may not legally collect commissions, negotiate sales, or advertise brokerage services. Unlicensed activity may result in fines, criminal charges, or civil liability. Business entities that may operate a brokerage understanding. Which business structures may broker real estate helps professionals choose appropriate organizational forms. Sole proprietorships, owned by one person, simple to form, but carry unlimited personal liability. Corporations, independent legal entities with limited liability, may broker real estate if properly licensed. Nonprofits, cannot broker real estate for profit. General partnerships, co-owned business with shared liability, must meet licensing requirements. Limited partnerships, general partners manage operations. Limited partners invest capital. Only general partners may broker. Joint ventures, partnerships formed for a single project and may broker if licensed. Business trusts and REITs may own and sell property, but may not perform brokerage services for others. Cooperative associations generally may not broker real estate. These structures allow brokerages of all sizes, from single owner shops to national corporations, to operate legally and efficiently. Types of brokerage organizations. Brokerages may differentiate themselves through business structure or specialization. Independent brokerages operate without franchise affiliation and maintain full brand control. Franchise brokerages operate under national systems such as Realty One Group, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, or RE/MAX, providing brand recognition, marketing support, and training. Brokerages may also specialize residential, commercial, industrial land, luxury, new construction leasing, short-term rentals. Some firms specialize by client type, representing only buyers or only tenants. These organizational choices help brokers compete effectively in a changing marketplace. Trade organizations. The National Association of Realtors, NAR, is the largest professional real estate organization, consisting of local, state, and national levels. Only members may use the protected term REALTOR trademark. Membership automatically includes MLS access, professional education, and adherence to the REALTOR Trademark Code of Ethics. Trade organizations provide structure, professional standards, industry resources, and consumer trust, making them essential to modern brokerage practice. Review Summary. Section 1 of Chapter 13 explored the fundamental nature of brokerage as both a business model and a professional service. You learned that the core objective of brokerage is to bring parties together to complete transactions and earn compensation. Brokers rely heavily on cooperation networks such as co-brokerage and MLS systems. Success in brokerage requires mastery of listing acquisition, marketing, transactional coordination, and market data expertise. You examined the difference between brokerage and personal transactions, as well as between brokerage and advisory services. You reviewed the types of business entities that may legally operate a brokerage and the advantages and limitations of each structure. Finally, you explored brokerage specialization, franchise versus independent operations, and the central role of trade organizations like NAR. Discussion with answers. Why is MLS membership essential for most brokerages? Answer: because it provides access to a shared marketplace of listings, encourages broker cooperation, and increases client exposure. Why do brokers specialize in particular types of property or clients? Answer: specialization increases efficiency, expertise, and competitive advantage in niche markets. Why must advisory service providers still hold a real estate license? Answer: because advisory work influences real estate decisions and requires professional real estate knowledge regulated by license law. How does a franchise brokerage differ from an independent brokerage? Answer: a franchise offers national branding and systems, while an independent brokerage maintains full autonomy and identity. Closing remarks. The brokerage business is the structural backbone of the real estate industry. By understanding how brokerages function, cooperate, specialize, and operate within regulatory frameworks, you gain a deeper appreciation for the professional environment in which real estate agents build their careers. As you continue through this chapter, you will explore how brokerages recruit agents, set commission models, supervise licensees, manage risk, and develop business strategies that support long-term success.